Is Joe Rogan a nice guy? That is a question I have for you today because I have a story about an encounter I had with Joe Rogan that I am barely emotionally recovering from 9 years later. It is a story that I have yet to have the strength to tell without crying. So as I tell you guys this story right now, I will try not to cry. But after you watch this video, I'm sure you'll form your own opinion on if Joe is a nice guy or not. Because everybody knows who this man is. Whether you know him through the UFC, if you're a diehard fan of the UFC, you would say he is the voice of the UFC. You may know him through his widely popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, or if you're an old head watching this video, you may know him strictly from Fear Factor. And that's what makes this story even more painful. So the summer was 2014, July 2014 to be exact, and I'm in Las Vegas for UFC International Fight Week to watch Chris Weidman take on Lyoto Machida. And that Friday, July 5th, was the weigh-ins. And if you've never been to a UFC weigh-in before, the energy that a UFC weigh-in provides is even better than some concerts, if I do say so myself. So after the weigh-ins happen, everyone files out of the arena to do whatever it is that people tend to do on a Friday night in Las Vegas. And as I'm walking through the Mandalay Bay Events Center, who do I see? Nobody but the one, the only, Joe Rogan. He's walking with two other guys. And my natural instinct is to go get a picture with him. Because through my life and going to all these international fight weeks, I've taken pictures with many fighters, champions, football players even. So it is like breathing for me to go up to ask somebody famous in the athlete world for a picture. So I walk up to Joe, I walk behind him actually, and without even thinking, I tap him on the chest and I say, "Hey Joe, I'm a huge fan. Do you mind if I take a picture?" And he turns around, looks at me like this, and tells me exactly this. And I remember this exact words because I have the memory of a fucking elephant. He says, "Nah, man, I can't. I have to be somewhere." And what he said floored me for a number of reasons. Number one, in 2014, I was 14 years old, and I was an ugly motherfucker. If I was as famous as Joe Rogan was, I don't think I would even take a picture with me. Number two, what's 5 seconds out of the day just to take a picture with me? Now, I know you might say, well, if he took a picture with you, he would have to take a picture with everybody else that was surrounding you. True, but don't you think he's doing that now in Texas as we speak? You don't think he goes to get some dinner and someone asks to take a picture with him? You think he denies them? I don't think so. It's just really, really painful, and it hurts me because I think Joe is a very nice and genuine human being. He portrays that a lot on his podcast. He seems like a guy that you'd want to smoke a blunt with. And if there's any other person I'd want to get high with, it'd be him. But for him to do that just really contradicts if he's truly saying who he is or acting out who he is on his podcast. And I gotta say, I'm not trying to slander Joe Rogan or throw dirt on his name. I like him. I will always tune in to a UFC pay-per-view that he is commentating. I will forever think that he is the voice of the UFC. Maybe after he sees this video, which I know he will see this video, he'll have me on his podcast and we could talk about this exact moment and I'll finally get my picture. And come to think of it, I think the other two dudes he was walking with was Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. I should have gotten a picture with them instead. Maybe they would have said yes. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this entire story in the comment section below. Was I in the wrong to ask Joe Rogan for a picture? Will he invite me on his podcast so I can finally get my picture? It's your boy Hollywood AJ. We are almost at 1K subscribers, you guys. So please do me a huge favor and be sure to like and subscribe to today's video and all my other past videos. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before my birthday, which is April 12th. So we got a little bit of time, not a lot, but just a little. And that is the only thing I want for this birthday is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So you know what to do. It's your boy Hollywood AJ. Stay safe, stay smooth. I'll see y'all in the next one. And don't forget to be yourself.